The future is a confusing mist of veiled choices and mixed metaphors. Finola Vance, meteor astrologer, will today use her prescient powers to pierce the mists, veils, and metaphors in order to assist you with personal problems instead of divining the weather. It's time to look ahead to the future on Foresight with Finola Vance.
That's right. Call in with your worries and questions by chanting the following spell. Blusacolin, Toxala, Scramblegs. Now Arenthaer. Who's our first caller?
Our first caller is Sarai. And, I'll let her tell you her question, because I couldn't follow her explanation.
Oh, okay. Sarai, what can you tell me about your question?
Okay, so I was talking to Gormflaith, and she was telling me that arenthaergald was telling Bridget about how Aethna saw Furcher talking to Wesley about going on a quest with me. But I didn't heard anything about that. I was going to go on a quest with Adric, but now I'm not sure. But then Gwenadid told me that Hild said that Aethna can't tell the difference between Furcher and Adric. And of course, Kathy and Darnhild don't get along at all. So I'm not sure if I can trust anything that Mildberg says that's in any way related to Elthric. So, Finola, what should I do?
What was... I'm sorry. How old are you?
Ugh, I'll be 77 next month. I'm not a little kid.
Ah. Elves?
Duh.
All right. So, here's my advice, although I know you're not going to take it. I'd take a step back for a decade or two and see how you feel then.
A decade or two? But that's like forever.
I know, it seems like a long time now, but once you've reached 200 or so, it won't seem so long.
Whatever. What do you see in my future?
Based on your question? The future is cloudy today. There are too many unpredictable factors, so really the only advice I can give you is to wait and see. It's also hard to get a fix on your future because I'm still trying to figure out what the question was. Sorry.
Thanks, I guess.
I remember being that age. I mean, proportionally. I'm still a few years shy of 77, and since half-elves are less common and develop faster than elves, I missed out on that kind of pre-centenarian drama. Arenthaer, who's our next caller?
Next is Callum, who's afraid something bad is going to happen.
All right. Callum, why don't you tell me what's on your mind?
I just feel like something terrible is coming. I'm sure some catastrophe is about to happen to me. I think I might have some seer ability, but not enough to actually tell what it is or how to stop it.
Seer abilities are exceedingly rare. Have you been tested?
No.
You can learn divination magic, but without the knack, it's pretty finicky and unreliable. Have you made a study of divination magic?
Well, no, I just feel that something bad is coming all the time, and that must be a sign.
I don't think so, Callum. I think you might just have anxiety.
Anxiety?
Obviously, I'm not qualified to diagnose you with anything, and you should seek expert help. But when you feel a sense of imminent doom all the time with no apparent cause, it's far more likely to be anxiety than latent seer ability manifesting itself. And even if it was psychic powers, well, those aren't 100% reliable either. If you want, I'll refer you to the Soothsayers Board for testing, but I don't sense any dooms or disasters for you. There is one storm coming, but you don't need to worry too much about more than getting wet.
Well, that helps. A little. Thanks, Finola.
All right. One more?
Sure. Gorabeld has called in with a fairly morbid question.
Uh-oh. What was your question, Gorabeld?
Yes. When am I going to die?
What?
I want to know when I'm going to shuffle off this mortal coil, when they'll fit me for the wooden overcoat, take up the career as an underground gardener, pushing up daisies. When will Stormvor take me into his arms, and I shall join his choir eternal?
Why do you ask?
Just curious.
Okay, first, you don't want to know.
Oh, yes, I do.
No, you don't. Trust me. It might seem like a good idea, but as soon as you know, or think you do, then that will become what your entire life is about. It'll either be too soon, and you'll spend the rest of your time trying to avoid your fate, far more likely causing it, or it'll be far in the future and you'll take reckless risks because you think you're safe. And in most cases, the future isn't fixed. I couldn't give you a solid answer anyway. Here's my advice. Focus on your life. It may seem odd to hear this advice from someone who can see the future, but the happiest people live in the present.
I see. If not when, can you at least tell me then, how?
No, for the same reasons as above.
Oh, come on now.
Fine. You will be struck by lightning. It will be a complete bolt from the blue, and you may even be indoors or underground when it happens. There is no way of knowing when or where, or any way to avoid it. It will be a complete surprise, just like it is for everyone else.
So what you're saying is, if I could possibly make myself lightning resistant, immune to lightning damage.
You have to die sometime. Nothing you can do will let you avoid it forever, except, I guess, you could become a lich.
Hey, there's an idea.
Whoa, it is the official position of Kingdom of Stone Tree Broadcasting that we do not encourage our listeners to seek lichdom. And anyway, that's not avoiding death, that's continuing past it. Dying is a part of the process, which I'd like to reiterate, you should not do.
Oh, right.
You've given me a lot to think about. Thanks.
Do you think he meant the bit about living in the present, or the bit about becoming a lich?
I have no idea. Okay, I think I need to play the new disclaimer. I wasn't sure about it when Diazerol recorded it, but now I see his point. Here's the conversation we had. Okay, go ahead. Whenever you're ready, we can record the new disclaimer.
Kingdom of Stone Tree Broadcasting is not responsible.
What? Is that it?
I think that covers every possible eventuality.
It's probably true, but maybe we shouldn't say it like that.
Anyways, I think that's all the time we have left. Stay warm this week, and hopefully you can find somewhere cozy to wait out that snowstorm. Thank you for listening to Foresight with Finola Vance on Kingdom of Stone Tree Broadcasting.